Welcome to Spoil Presents. You know what I'm saying? With the one and only, you feel me?
Yeah,
My boy, Powell. I met my boy at a networking event, and we've been chopping up ever since.
Yeah, so my name is Powell, man. You know, I just started this entrepreneur journey for real, man. It was just, I'm really just about to tell y'all what got me into it and the things I went through. So in 2023, man, a lot of people don't know in this area, I work for a company. They went on a furlough. And then that just goes to show you when you work in a job, the paycheck can stop no matter how stable the job is. The paycheck can stop.
Right.
So, you know, you ain't getting paid. You just trying to figure out a way. And it's like, man, I just got to take a risk and go in and bet on myself. So what I did was I got access to some capital. And I went and invested to some mentorships and things like that. And then, you know, I just started learning about credit, how to invest into yourself, how to market, things like that. And I'm really just trying to get this thing off the ground. I actually when I got back from furlough, I ended up bumping into my coworker. He just started teaching me about credit, and I was just telling him things I was going through. And he was like, yeah, man, you already got a relationship with this credit union. Just here they're going to give you some credit, man. And I went, applied, I was approved.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, man, I told you, like, bro, all you got to do is apply, man, build these connections. So after that, I kind of ran into some little bumpy roads when it came to funding. You know, I was just investing in too much stuff. But the main thing I did do was just get mentorship.
That's hard.
And that's what got me into the funding industry. So I'm here, man, you know.
It's dope, bro. You know, it's a lot of rising entrepreneurs coming up, Gen Zs, you know, millennials, etc. There's a whole bunch of perspectives on it, and you're just one of them. So
right.
We're happy to hear your perspective. Now, one question we want to ask you is, you know, how important in 2025 is credit? Anything, any investment, game, and etc. Like, how important is credit?
Oh, that's the foundation, man. That's the foundation for anything.
Right.
Especially when you're trying to scale, man. You know, the first thing you want to do is make sure your credit is in line.
Exactly.
You know, the first thing you want to do is structure your business properly, too. You want to make sure your LLC structured properly. You want to make sure you got a business email, business address. You want to make sure you're listed on Business Better Bureau. You want to make sure everything perfect.
Before we even get into this, man, how was your day so far? I mean, you good? I want you to loosen up.
I gotta loosen up, man. You know, first, man, I'm just coming here to keep it real, authentic, man. This is my first interview, man. You know, I ain't used to being in front of cameras, but man, a little background, another story about my background, man. Like a year ago, man, I ended up losing one of my close friends to suicide, man.
Pray ups for my boy, bro. That's crazy.
So that's what really got me into entrepreneurship, man.
Was he a high school friend of yours? Or?
Nah, he was older, man. He was older than me. You know, this is my childhood friend. Grew up with him. Grandma stayed right around the corner from him. It's like literally right there. Like, damn. I know his mom, you know my mom. We come up together. Damn. And it's just like me being a young black man, it's just trying to get my voice out here and speak up for the brothers, man, that don't feel like they don't got nobody in their corner.
Right.
They just going through them everyday struggles, man. Just being able to speak up, man, because, you know, we just act like we got to be tough to everything. We can't express our feelings, man. So this is what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for my family, him, and my loved ones, man.
That's fire, bro. Can you walk us through the typical process you take a new client through from first conversation to funding approval? So what does that process look like for you as far as like networking to anybody that wants to be signed up as a new client of yours?
Okay, when it comes to wanting to be a new client of mine, first I want to know is you're like really serious about getting your idea off the ground.
Right.
Because I don't want to waste your time. You know, I want to get you to the point where you're trying to get to. I'm trying to get you to the connections where I can get you to the point faster than what you're trying to do with your dream. So the process is, the first thing we're going to do is take a look at your credit report. And we just going to see if you match those data points. And then second, I'm going to just connect you with my business relationship manager. And then we're going to take you through that process just like that. And basically, me linking up with a business relationship manager, I invested into that to have those connections and relationships. That's why I feel like connections and relationships are important. Okay. You know, you want to have those. So I just invest into that, man. And then really, all I do is, one thing I learned from my company is they're a big e-commerce brand. So I'm just giving the background on why I got into entrepreneurship. It's kind of the piggyback off the corporate, and
Yeah.
I'm just transferring into my entrepreneurship world, you know.
Perfect.
So I just analyze how they operate, you know.
Mhm.
They have to hit KPIs, they have to hit sales and marketing, they just have to grow because they come from an e-commerce brand.
Right.
So same thing with these banks and these credit unions, they have KPIs. So, you know, if I'm taking a client and I'm taking them through a business relationship manager, I'm having that business relationship manager hit their KPI.
That's fine.
So I'm also getting the client access to capital to start their dream business, but I'm also helping the business relationship manager hit their KPI. So it's a win-win situation
win-win. Yeah.
for the client and the business relationship manager. So I've been in my company 4 years, by the way. So,
Okay, yeah.
you know, I really didn't pay attention until one day I'm like, man, it was that Frollo that did it. But we recently just had another summit,
Right.
and they literally broke it down how business operate, bro, from spending money on ads, how leveraging capital, how they're branding it. It's just like,
That's fine.
bro, like, why won't you take the risk on yourself and do the same thing?
Exactly. And I feel like work under Microsoft, work under any other business, but I have a plan to break out of that cycle of you being under somebody else to
Right.
build your own stuff. You know,
Yeah.
take that time to gain knowledge from what they got going on,
Right.
and put it into your own repertoire as well.
Right. That's why I say it's good to work a job first, man, because you can take in information from it and then learn how to operate your own business.
Right. I like that. What is the most common mistakes you see entrepreneurs make when trying to secure funding?
Just not making sure that LLC is structured properly.
Right.
That's the biggest hiccup, you know. You want to get a business address. You don't want to get like no virtual address. You know, you want to make sure you have an email, phone number, website. You want to make sure all that is set up first before you even go try to apply for funding.
Okay. So a lot of entrepreneurs think they have like a logo and a name, and that's what they need. But it's more to the madness, though. It's more to everything.
Right, because they getting more lenient now. They'll go look up your virtual address and see it's not an actual building.
Wow.
So you want to be actually moving as an actual building. So when they go look up your business, or he really operating at a business level, you know.
Right. And also too, right? Don't you get benefits for having a business too? Like from credit bureaus and etc. Like you have like little perks for having your own business as well.
Yeah, you can go sign up for Duns and Bradstreet. You can get all that, man. It's just you get
crazy.
a lot of perks. You know, you got a lot of perks.
Yeah, that's fire. How do you see your future going in e-commerce and entrepreneurship and period? Do you see yourself maybe being a public speaker, kind of giving game to Gen Zs, or not Gen Z because you are Gen Z, but you know the generation coming up? Do you see yourself doing that as well, giving game and etc.?
Yeah, this really all is for, man. You know, like I told you before the interview started, man. This ain't about me no more, man. This really strictly for my family. You know, just getting my voice out there. You know,
Right.
It's really just trying to find a lane.
Yeah.
You know, find a lane and stand in it, building it from the ground up. You know, so yes, I definitely see myself speaking to the youth when they get to that point.
Right.
You know, and they can also have these videos to go back and look and learn from.
Exactly. Right. So, what could we expect from you in the future? You know what I'm saying? Content-wise, brand-wise, etc. For me.
I just got to keep going, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to get this thing out here, man. I'm ready to change some people's lives, man.
That's
you know?
I feel like we need more individuals making 20-second reels, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Talking about financial literacy. It's a very, very important thing out here. Like, that's like the most thing. Money is important, you know what I'm saying? Because if you waste it wrong or if you use it wrong, you can see something in the pot somewhere. So, I think that's what we need, man. I think that's what we need to bring to the table. You feel me?
Yeah, we definitely need to bring that to the table, man. It's just, I come up different, man, you know. Seeing
expand on that. Expand on your childhood. Expand on your background. Yeah.
So, you know, I don't come from no big, heavy financial background, you know. Nobody really taught me about business credit, LLCs, just business in general, man.
Right.
So it's just something I want to explore and deep dive into, man, you know. Go ahead and start building up that generational wealth, man, and leave something here for my family, you know.
Yes, sir.
You only get one shot at this thing called life, man. So it's just like I'm just going to go on all in, full throttle, and do what I got to do and handle business, man.
Respect them. You got to respect them. You got to respect a man on a mission. You got to respect a man,
right,
you know what I'm saying,
right.
that's willing to do what it takes to, you know, to help his own kind out, for me, and break that generational curse. The reason why we're in this position now is because the generation before us.
Right.
You know, that's why we're in this position. So it's all about looking back at what we came from and then telling ourselves like, nah, we gotta make some changes.
Right.
But like, at the end of the day, the change is gonna be for the better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I appreciate you, man. If you want to put your contact information, your Instagram, etc. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Powell _ man. If you really just looking for funding or you looking for some credit game, man, just reach out to me, man. My line always available. I'm here to help entrepreneurs and business owners, man. I know a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners just ready to get their idea off the ground. Let's talk about it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. This is Sport Presents. It's not your last time on the platform, my boy. I appreciate you for being a part of this. And stay tuned for what my boy got coming real soon, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Peace out. Peace out.
Sport.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Dr. Dorothy David, and I am the CEO and founder of DMD Tax and Accounting Services. I also started my organization, which is called Life Financial Assistance Organization. These two kind of go hand in hand because they first deal with the finances, whereas one is a for-profit and one is a non-profit. And the for-profit one is the one that deals with a lot of individuals that have small businesses or complex tax returns. And the nonprofit one, which is Life Financial, deals with senior citizens and low-income family tax preparation. And that one is where we provide free tax preparation to these individuals in the community.